Hey everyone, it's Rotana and Arnold. Welcome to the community TNU ABC community show number 6. Today we're gonna talk about what works well with young people, and we will also share an overview of the new ABC as we are doing weekly. So let's get started, Arnold, with the first question that we just shared. What works well with young people according to you?
Yeah, well, actually, it was quite good that we recently did a review of our program, like what works and what didn't work, and you're mostly inclined to look at the things which don't work or the things which need improvement. But if you force yourself to look at what works, then the list, while you were typing, the list would get bigger and bigger. And that was, well, some of the things were quite a surprise to me as well. So if you really force yourself to look at the full part of the half glass of water rather than the empty part, you see much more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what we notice.
Yeah, so it's a good trigger for ourselves. But what really works well, I think there are two things. You have to cater for how they want to learn, and they really want to learn just by doing it, not read about it, not talk about it, just start doing it.
Yeah.
The other part which I thought is really interesting is that they love feedback. They love to have feedback.
Yeah.
They love to have feedback. Well, you and I do that. We give them feedback after the webinars, and they, well, it looks like they kind of absorb it. Yeah, it's like yeah. Even they start asking like, "Oh, you have more. You have more. You have more." Yeah. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
In the beginning, I was quite like, well, let's see how they will pick it up or how they will receive it or whatever. But it appears that nobody does that, and we all know that feedback is crucial for your learning. And if nobody cares about you or doesn't give you feedback, then you don't have that opportunity to grow.
Absolutely, simple as that. Yeah. And again, we did that this week too with two members of our community, with Han and Hari actually. And again, we saw that it's powerful, and they take into account this, and that's how they improve themselves. Yeah, they improve themselves.
Yeah, this is how they grow. It's incredible. Yeah, some of our we're not figured out the word yet. Maybe you guys can help us with a word. Whether we call them students, participants, members.
Yeah, contributors. Yeah, but for sure not lurkers. Yeah.
But the is that, yeah, some of them, they really grow very, very fast based upon the feedback. Is really, really nice to see, and that is that feels good, because you and I put in an awful lot of time and effort into this program, and then it's nice to see that there's so much progress.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes us happy, and keen to continue. Simple as that.
What is the main thing? What you think, Rotana, works well with young people?
Well, with our program, and as we're also involved in some other project with young people over the past few months, we noticed that they love to support each other too. Introduce themselves, welcome new members, and also just when they need to support or to collaborate together for creating content, or just for having also feedback between themselves, because it's not just me and you giving feedback, it's also them giving in small inclusive group or one-to-one conversation, or Skype hangout, or even in person, and they love to do that. So I would say that's what is the feeling of belonging to the community and acting in the community. And second point is that they learn how to learn at the same time, because again, when we are in a community, it's about not just yourself, it's about the we, and for creating a we, it's about being in this mutual relationship, sharing what you are learning on your own, but also with other people, and build on each other idea. And we notice that in some activities, like creating the logo, they build on each other ideas. That's how they co-create, actually, not just learn, from each other.
Yeah, that's really, really, really important. I think the community aspect, what you said, triggered in me. What a client said to me this week is that. Oh no, it was not a client, but it doesn't matter. That they really, really value that what we provide is a safe place where they can express themselves, where they can be themselves, where it is okay to make mistakes. Well, failures is a big word, but things might go wrong or whatever. So, but that it is safe to do so because you are among peers and you're among people who have the best intentions with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and I think that is a crucial aspect of any community that it is a safe place.
Yeah. You learn to grow there in safe private environment, and then you can also go public when you're ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's move on. What other stuff was happening this week? I had a meeting with a new social innovation incubator called Social Focus, and they had a very nice meeting. Actually, one of their guys will hopefully join us in a webinar series called Tamas. So we get Tamas 1 and Tamas 2. And what he said actually was that triggered some homework for you and me, is that he said there are so many incubators and accelerators, and I don't even mention the workspaces or whatever, but most of them are only focused on the professional skills, like how to build a product, how to get customers, how to find an investor, or how to do a pitch or whatever. But we all know that is crucial, but most of all, the life skills are maybe even more crucial, but they're not being addressed. So he clearly indicated that might be another market for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the time, co-working spaces and incubators are focused on, I don't know, how to build an app or how to work on IT or, web stuff. So it's not so much addressed, or maybe the negotiation part, but life skill I have not seen yet this. Yeah.
Okay. Next was my meeting with a prospect who owns a restaurant here in Budapest, and actually I visited him to have a look at the restaurant and also to have more like a feeling like what does he really need, or how are the circumstances. But really what he's looking for, obviously, because Budapest, I don't know whether it's the same as Paris, but it looks like every other house is a restaurant or a coffee shop. So it is incredible the amount of restaurants here.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
And so he really wants his employees to feel ownership for the whole customer service process. So from the moment the customer comes into the restaurant until the customer has paid and leave, and everything in between. So he wants his people to feel that ownership, to really have that is the experience what counts, and not only, I gave the customer his food and that's it.
Yeah, that's crucial actually, because these days we are talking about customer experience and customer service, customer journey, even that. So it's a continuous actions that people are doing, so it could be behavior, it could be events, it could be anything via the web and on the ground, both. So that's something that is very much related to life skills too,
Yeah. So we're working on a proposal there, and while I was talking to the owner, another opportunity popped up in South Africa where we might be involved in job creation programs, which obviously, like in any other country, is a main thing. But it's job creation. We all know that most jobs are being created not by the government or by big organizations, but most jobs are created by entrepreneurs, by small, medium enterprises who have 2, 3, 4, 5 people working for them. So if you're a successful entrepreneur, then that is what creates jobs. That's all over the world the case. So as part of that job creation, he clearly understood that it's really crucial to give people the life skills. So that is another opportunity we're currently working on. And obviously, it's not only an opportunity in South Africa.
Yeah. We will see, but exciting project to come. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but even look like France. Yeah, with the I think France is one of the worst with the number of unemployment and the figures and all the things which are happening there. So it is really something which which needs attention. So maybe we have something really valuable to add there, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay, the last part is that I already mentioned last week that we had a person in Morocco in Tanger who will be bringing us students. And yesterday I had a conversation with a very nice lady from Marrakesh, and she is looking to because she has a lot of contact with university students, with young people learning English. So it looks like Morocco has a very good market, might become for the new ABC.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking forward to discussing with Roena and see the possible collaboration. Yeah,
really looking forward to that. I see that Austin has joined us. Austin, maybe you, and David as well. So maybe you guys can help us. What is your impression? What works well with young people? You're welcome. Yeah. You're welcome to join us because that is part of the conversation.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's because we know we are all complaining about how difficult it is to work with young people, but what does work well in your opinion?
Yeah, you can also just share your
thoughts in the chat.
In the chat, if you are not keen to join us, but we can open a seat anytime.
Yeah.
Hi, David joining us. Hi, David.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We cannot see you.
We cannot see you, but we can hear you. Well, that's already a very good point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of lying down on my bed here. The lights are off, so sorry about that.
No sweat.
Where are you from, David?
Yeah.
I'm from California. I live in Laverne.
So it's rather late at your place.
Yeah. For us, it's the morning. Yeah.
Good morning to you. Where do you guys live?
Well, I'm living in Budapest in Hungary, and Rotana is in Paris in France.
Oh man, my wife and I really want to go visit France.
You're welcome to visit us anytime.
David, we were discussing what is your impression while working with young people? What are the things which really work well or easy or?
What context? Like in a work environment or just relationships? What's the context?
Well, let's say work, or let's say business or entrepreneurship or learning.
Myself, I'm relatively young myself, and I think one of the things that works for me is just being a part of a community. I think learning from people that have gone before me and just locking arms and seeing what they do, how they do it. So mentorship obviously is important. Leadership is important. But that is all kind of tied into community. When people feel that they're a part of a community, they feel more engaged, they feel more connected, they feel well supported. If there's not community, if there's a lack of community and support, then it's easy to just go find something else where they can go find that. So I think community, I think mentorship, leadership, I think that's where it comes from. I think nowadays people like myself, young, we want to be inspired. We want to be able to look at a leader and say, I want to be able to do what you do because I love the way you do it and you do it right. Obviously, a leader has to be very integrous. They have to be living life by example. So many factors, but I think community, I think proper leadership, feeling a sense of belonging and purpose. So if you guys are managers, if you guys are CEOs of companies, giving me specific direction and objectives like, hey, I recognize this is where you're great, so I'm going to empower you to do what you do. But do you have any goals in the company? Are there any goals, anything you want to accomplish? Absolutely. Yeah, I have these goals. Great. What could I do to partner with you, come alongside you with your goals and your vision for my company and see you succeed? So those are just a few.
Yeah, thank you, David. We
Yeah,
can
thank
really
you.
relate to what you're saying as far as community. We're from the new ABC, which is basically a community to help young people, to give them the life skills which they need in order to survive in these challenging times. And the way we build it is it is a community. It's a peer learning environment. So it's exactly what you're saying. Yeah, we provide coaching, we provide mentoring, and we try to be good leaders as well. Yeah. So I can totally relate to what you're saying, David. Absolutely, totally agree.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And I
Yeah,
was,
that's great.
thank you. I was following at the same time yesterday, even today, this CMX summit, on community management, where they share this vision too. They say community management is about learning and co-creating whatever you want together, and
Absolutely.
the leadership or even management words are these days, big words that people have different sense or meaning behind that. But for us, it's clear that it's just about, as we put in the chat, now proofing yourself, because people are also talking a lot about future proofing yourself, but we are insisting more and more these days on the now, so how we could take initiative, learn together, at the same time reflect together. And that's what you could do in a community, as we said in the beginning of this show.
Absolutely. I think when a leader casts a vision, it has to be compelling, and it's gotta want to make me come to work every day to partner with that compelling vision. And even in the context of just relationships, I believe in reciprocality. I believe we are friends for a reason. We're in relationship for a reason. We're in business for a reason, and so we got to leverage each other's strengths and really ensuring that we're extracting the greatness from each other. And reciprocality in that context is like, listen, you're phenomenal in this area, and you're going to add value to my life because you're so great at what you do. And then the reciprocality part is, I recognize I'm great in this area. Maybe it's a weakness of yours, but it's a strength of mine, and I'm willing to just give you everything I got and teach you everything I know. So when you have that partnership, especially in the business context, it's just powerful, leveraging each other's strengths.
Absolutely, absolutely. And well, just before you joined, we shared that if you look at the positive sides and the things which are working, rather than putting so much emphasis on the weaknesses and the things which are not working, and because that's not motivating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's about bundling forces and harnessing our superpowers. Simple as that.
Absolutely.
So, David, it looks like you can be our representative in the US then.
Absolutely. Whatever I could do to help.
So you are yourself a coach, right? What
Correct.
are you doing? What is in your mind these days?
Specifically with my coaching?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I've been doing it for 7 years. I'm 26 years old, so I started when I was 21.
Okay.
I met a guy by the name of Rex Crane. He inspired me. He's a life coach. He's helped over 75 million people. And him and I met one night. We grabbed lunch the following day, and that 2.5 hour conversation just really altered the course of my life. And I went to school for life coaching, got my certification. It was a year program. And because I wasn't a natural entrepreneur, I'm like, what do I do with this certification? I got the tools now. I've always had the heart to serve, but now what do I do with it? And how do I go about this entrepreneurial side that I've never explored? And so I just kind of sat on it for 2 years, didn't charge anybody, just really served people, really nailing down my skills, mastering the craft. And after 2 years, I'm like, you know what? I think it's about time I really begin to explore this entrepreneur that's inside me. If I just keep giving myself excuses saying I'm not good at this entrepreneur thing, then I'll quit. Will Smith said something that was great in an interview. I love Will Smith. He's awesome. He said there's a big difference between talent and skill. Talent is something that is given at birth, something that you're natural at. It's like talking, it's like breathing. He said, but skill is only acquired after hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft and beating on your craft. He says, most people think that I'm very, very talented, but they've been misunderstood. I just look like I'm talented, but I'm very, very skillful. He says, where I excel is in my work ethic. So that's why I decided if I don't explore this entrepreneurial side, this is not natural for me. Maybe communicating is more natural because I've been doing it for so long. Maybe serving people is natural, but being an entrepreneur, it's so out of place for me. So I explored that. I didn't have a mentor in that realm. My mentor got really busy and he busy traveling and whatnot. So I decided I'm going to just go head first and just join the dance of change. So I made the jump and learned through trial and error what worked, what didn't work. And now I'm really happy to say that I have a full coaching roster. So specifically what I do for people, my target demographic, I would say, is people my age or within the same age group. So young leaders who have a desire, have a dream to do something great. And the reason why I work with leaders is because leaders, I assume that they take responsibility over their life and they take ownership over the situation and they're willing to do something about it. So working with leaders is fun. It's great. They take care of business, they execute, they don't make excuses. So I do leadership coaching with people, young people. They just have a goal, have a dream they want to accomplish, and I just make sure they accomplish it. So we do a lot of goal setting, we do a lot of accountability, we do a lot of encouragement, support, we provide the support structures and systems that they need to be successful. So right now I have about a 12-man roster, all different walks of life, from entertainers to athletes to just college kids to people who are well established in the business, entertainment industry, actors, directors, models, you name it. So I have a really eclectic group, and but they're all leaders in their own right, and they're accomplishing great things.
Wow, sounds super. So
Yeah.
I think online, offline. We need to connect further to see how you can help with the new ABC in the US, because I would love to launch it there. So let's connect there. And thank you very much for your contribution, David.
Thank you.
Oh, it's an honor and a privilege. Thank you, guys.
Likewise.
Well, for you, sleep well, and for the rest of the folks, this was the new ABC community show. And thank you for your time, and wishing you have a great and beautiful day.
You as well. I'm going to add the both of you before I get out of here.
Yeah. Thank you. And
Thank
just
you, guys.
ping us on Twitter
Sorry.
or anywhere. Yeah, you can just ping us on the new ABC on Twitter or just any other place we are. So talk to you soon then. Au revoir.